G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As I would have if you've been following my channel for a while, and if you'd like to, click the little subscribe button and the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos when I put them up. But if you saw my last video where I did a walkthrough of some shimpaku junipers, and these were air layers that I took last couple of years on these junipers, and now it's a matter of I did some assessment on which trees will do what with, and these 4 trees here are going to go through a bending and twisting session where I bend and twist the main trunks and the main branches to create something a bit more interesting. Sometimes also I need to remove branches if they're no good, remove twigs and stuff, so we'll get started. So I'll just take you through the process. So I've got this guy here. You see it's a pretty straight trunk, little stubby growth. Now this was pretty much air layer, or was an air layer, and quite interesting. It's got a nice, I just scraped away a bit of the top bit. And yeah, it's got some nice, got a nice big side branch here as well. It's got the main trunk and it's got a smaller one down further below. Now I'll probably just put two heavy wires, one heavy wire on these two and wire them up. There's no way I'm going to bend this bit here, but I'll just do these two. I think they'll create some interest, and then I'll do a couple of the side branch, maybe that one and that one, and this one and this one. So a couple, maybe three wires on this, at different widths. So I usually try and be safe when I try and wire this up. I'll show you show you what I do on this one, and the other ones I'll just take you through what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So what I like to try and do is get the same thickness, almost the same diameter thickness as the branch I'm going to wire. So in this case, I think it's close to this, probably 4 mil, probably 4 mil. And then I just make a nice big long piece. I don't really cut the wire just yet. Helps me wire it up a bit easier. And now just factor in when I'm going to wire this. So I have to anchor it some way, but I'm going to make sure it's probably about 1/3 more than the length that I need, probably a bit more, because I'm going to actually make what I do is I also make the bends a bit tighter than normal. It helps almost act like raffia if you're going to be bending heavily a tree. So if that makes sense, so it's like creating a spring that won't, even though I can twist the branch, still twist the branch quite easily. I won't need to what's the word? I won't need as heavy a gauge. I mean, I won't need the spring acts like a raffia kind of thing for the trunk, so I can actually bend and twist the trunk quite easily. So that's the thinking. I mean, usually you probably go a bit more, so it's a bit tighter than normal. Usually it's about 45, and now it's probably about maybe 60, I think, degrees. Sorry. Sometimes you've got to be concentrating what you're doing, and trying to talk and concentrate is sometimes difficult. So hats off always to the demonstrators who are able to do that. It's not as easy as it looks sometimes. So it's pretty easy to get one wire on. When you get to the top it gets a bit tricky, but make sure you thread it through the branching and the twigs so they don't crush too much. So, but that's pretty much well anchored, and now I'm just finishing off wiring up here, and pretty much that will be it. Now I could go ahead right now and bend those up, and I'll give you an idea of what I'm trying to do. So it's always good to see how the tree might look in the future. So if you pick this as the front, so how do you want to try and get those trees? I've got 2 nice big trunks here, so it's probably, I want to try and maybe bring them closer together. could be doing a twin trunk, so I'll bring them closer together. So now they're close. See how the space has gone a bit closer. There is a branch here that I'll have to do something with, and there's a branch here I'll do something with. And then this, so now we've done one bin. And now to compact it, you need to try and go different directions. So whilst I went forward, let's think about it. Might want to go, I'll probably take the tree back. It's close, I'll go back. Always be careful, always use two hands. Be just wary of, hearing for little cracks and so on. So far so good on the small branch. Make sure you go all dimensions, backwards, forwards, side to side, yeah. So now I'll just show you can you guys see that? So from about this tall, now it's coming down to this tall. And it's really got some nice big bends in there, twisted up. Okay, so I'll try and show you this one a bit easier. Let's have a look. So you can see it's pretty, if you've got the right wiring thickness, you just have to use both hands always to do the work. That really tall tree before has come right down. It was quite tall. Now I'll just show you what I've wired. I've wired already these two. So it sounds much more compact. See that you can see the bends and twists in the back. Now I'll just do the side branches and maybe the lower one as well. Maybe I'll cut that off. We'll just leave it for now. There is one third trunk down lower. You know what? I might leave it for now just to see if it grows well and how it grows. Or could wire it. But I'm going to wire, there's two awkward ones that are in here. So I still need to wire those. I don't want to cut them off because even that could be, thicken up and be created to gins. So I'm going to go do that. But I just want to show you how quickly that was easily transformed. And I'll show you what the final look like of this tree is. Remember, it was all sparse and long. Now it's like really compact. So I'll come back and show you the result on this one, and then we'll talk about the other ones, and I'll do a before and after. Quick kind of, here's before, here's after, here's before, here's after. So I'll be back. Alright everyone, so look at now how it looks. So I've really wired up all the long branches and straight branches, and you can see it's almost like a little mini bonsai now. Long leggy branches now are really contorted and twisted up. And just trying to create something a bit more interesting. Now, probably not going to keep all that, of course. I could be using them as gins and in the future, which is what I usually do. So, how's that? That's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to be left alone for a good 6 months to a year now, without looking at it. So let's do this. Let's have a look. This is the before of this tree. It's probably got like 2 or 3 trunks in there. I'm going to have a closer look at, and I'm going to wire up. Okay, so that's before. Alright guys, and that is after. So it ended up being 3 trunks that I could clearly see. I actually dug in and took it out of its pot and just had a closer look at the roots and where they start. Where the trunks start from. So they're pretty much at the same spot. So it must have been 3 trunks that are elayed off, and I can see the sphagnum moss from the elay still there. So nice, compact. Was much taller. Now that's like going to be 3 trunk tree, I hope, and we'll see what it looks like in the future. Now I'm going to let it grow, nice and compact and twist it up. So that's 2 that are pretty much from tall, lanky to tall, nice, very, very compact, small trees. All right, let's have a look at this one. Let's see this one. Number 3, before, This looks like got a lot of trunks and a lot of branches, so it should be easy to bend and twist this one up. So before shot. And here's the after shot. So all compacted, nice. This could be an interesting tree. I might actually be able to take, the trunks grow, there's actually like 3 trunks at the bottom, one really big one and 2 smaller ones. Now if the 2 smaller ones grow, I could probably airlay them off and keep the other tree as it was, the other side of the tree as it is. So really compacted, nice and close, tight, twisty, bends, etc. Okay, that's number 3 done. And then number 4, pretty simple. I think this is a pretty simple one. Probably the easiest one. You can see just the 2 trunks there. Pretty a few trunks. We'll see how that comes out. Never know. Might be interesting. So that's before. All right, now you can see the after shot of this. Now I found out there was 2 nice trunks in there, and one was actually cascading to the left, and it really worked really well. So I've started to form the faces of a cascade tree. So that's, you know, not a bad outcome of this one. Actually quite successful, this one. This could be a really cute little miniature, you know, really mini cascade shimpaku. So got a lot of potential in this one already. So that's that one done. So there you go, 4 contorted up, nice, tight. Grow them on for another year and develop them, and then have a look at them again, and to create a nice, you know, further better tree. So we're starting to create, you know, you saw that I took an air layer last year or year before. This is the next step, started to get it twisted, contorted into different shapes. Next year we take it to the next step, and you know what, I reckon in 5 years from an air layer, good successful air layer, 5 years you'll have a nice little miniature shimpaku juniper in a bonsai pot, almost ready for an exhibition as a miniature tree. So that's how easily and quick you can grow shimpaku, especially if you can air layer, and then grow them on strongly and get them twisted and bent and tight and contorted, and pick out the best ones, and they'll become show trees. So that's the plan. I'll show you in another video the next step. So the year after this, what you do now, what you do then. So we'll see what we can come up with. But for today, that's 4 trees done, nice and contorted, back in the garden, watered, healthy, fed, etc. And look at them next year. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.